We're going to do some cards for the Twin Flame Collective to see what is going on for Twin Flames, the Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine Collective. So first off, we're in Mercury retrograde in the middle of two heightened eclipses, so it's bringing some intense energy. Major upgrades going on for your chakra system right now. You might be feeling and processing this energy in different ways, but going through some major upgrades right now. We're also getting ready for Beltane, May 1st, my favorite gateway of the year. This is a fairy gateway, but it's also a powerful space for twin flames. So we're just going to pull some cards first to see what is going on for the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. That means that this Mercury retrograde is a porthole to clearing past energies. Some of you are holding on to past connections, situations, karmic experiences, and karmic connections. During this time, there's like such a clearing happening so that when you go through that Beltane gateway on May 1st and then for the 5-5 porthole, so that you're a little bit more clear. You may be having a hard time letting go of the past. Pay attention if you have things from the past coming up. Oftentimes this is for healing and how they will play out. Sometimes when we try to go back to the past, it's going to bring the same lessons back around. How did it go the first time, right? And so sometimes if you guys are trying to go back in time, get back in old experiences, old people, old connections, time to release these things right now. Knowing that you're going to shift into a much better, higher vibrational alignment with what it is that you desire. So we're going to go ahead and do some cards first for the Divine Feminine. Go ahead and take this if you're the masculine as what's going on for the feminine collective or a message from your Divine Feminine. Okay, goals. This is me today, right? Maybe you're being guided to grow your business or to really put this project into action. Sometimes the best ideas, inventions, and inspiration, we're getting these little nudges from the spiritual as well too. Sometimes you could have a really good idea, and this is also maybe part of your destiny as well too. I was making a joke that all we do is work now, but I mean spiritual work, not just like work. I mean the spiritual work that is so important, whether you're being called or guided to go on some type of spiritual mission, to build some type of spiritual business, or even just helping others in your free time. And this can look like many different things. This could be look like being a supportive friend, but also maybe something a little bit bigger where you're being guided to really pay attention to the ideas that are coming through right now. This is how we're going to create abundance in the fifth dimension from these little nudges and creative urges that you're going to get. And then sometimes you're having to do that work to like lay the foundation. The feminine needing to do that work right now, knowing that if you are really following your inner guidance with these type of projects, goals, and ideas, that they're going to help you so much in the long term right now. This could look like getting creative or writing something. Art, my favorite, right? It could look like making art. All right, for the feminine, and we see the picture of the feminine on the card, it can look like a little bit like you're being isolated, you're being guided by yourself. But we talked about letting go of the past. Sometimes we have regret, remorse, and things. I was talking, and I'm not going to go too into it because I'm going to save it because I was putting this stuff in my new book. But we go through a life review as soon as we do reach the point of spiritual awakening. I talk about the veils that divide our world. And when we pass through this veil, this could be near-death experiences, trauma, spiritual seeking in different ways that we do, we end up in what we call the fourth dimension, working towards the fifth. At this point, you go through a life review where you see everything and the part that you played, but also in the negative, like if things didn't go good. And you probably will actually feel bad while you're in this phase about how things went in the past. This is part of clearing these things, healing these things, and understanding these things. Now, the cool thing is as we get ready for Beltane, this is like one of the thinnest spaces in the veil. In Australia, I do believe they're doing Samhain too. I don't get too into that, right? But Beltane, Samhain. And where we are in the northern part of the world, we're going to do Beltane, and that veil is going to so pull back. And when it does, you're able to see higher views, especially within the spiritual, that everything played out as it should, that you needed these lessons, whether it was a clearing of karma, certain lessons you were learning, certain experiences, letting go of these past energies. Everything played out as it should. This is why connections come into your reality when you're contracted and ready for them. everything was planned out, even the breakups. And this is why so many people can't see so far ahead, because then you wouldn't have poured all your love into that person. And you'll say, well, wait, I wish I had it. No, you needed to on so many levels. And you also needed to experience whatever went wrong within it too. These are deep lessons in love. However, a lot of people have a challenging or hard time understanding and releasing the past energies, because sometimes it's the level of awareness that we're at while we're going through this experience. As all of your relationships have layered upon each other as experiences that you needed. Releasing these past energies right now, especially for the feminine, if you're stuck in the past, haven't been moving forward, staying stagnant. And sometimes the reason why is because I was realizing our memories are psychic imprints. They literally are. And this is how we travel as well too. But oftentimes we've imprinted the negative and we don't so much travel back to all the amazing things that happened. We travel back to that one trauma, that experience, that breakup, things that you regret and stuff like that. Needing to heal these things, if they're continuing to come up, the memories, these are also past imprints that you may need to go into and cleanse and clear more. For the feminine, settling, scarcity, insecurity, lack of faith, believe that you deserve the best from. So we go through these experiences, not understanding them. Sometimes these can disconnect us. I talk about the lower energies, whether it's fear, depression, all of these things, lack, they disconnect us in a spiritual sense as well too. When we come but disconnected, we can't always hear that voice. That is literally that our guidance that's trying to help us along our path. And then if we become disconnected and can't tap into our own intuition, we just kind of like stumble around not knowing where we're going. So important that you're tuning into your own intuition, opening your chakras right now, doing energy work, working on yourself will help to shift your twin flame situation. Usually it's the only thing that will as well too. If you're experiencing some type of separation, things haven't quite aligned yet, this means that there's more healing work to be done as well too. And then before this even cuts out, make sure that you guys are booking an individual twin flame reading with me. While I always want you to get into the healing sessions, this is the best place to start so that we can go into your connection, and it's going to tell you so much. I've done thousands of these readings. They will help you if you need health advice with things going on in your life, your situation, obviously the deeper healing of it as well too. So powerful sessions that I'm doing. I always say, if you're guided to this, if you're on that twin flame journey, book a session with me. Check out the healing and the coaching sessions that I'm doing just for twin flames too. I have a whole twin flame section on my shop, and it can feel like if you're on that twin flame journey, a lot of people aren't going to understand that. You could feel like you're in your own little twin flame world, and it is the place you want to be. However, a lot of people that I work with have issues and difficulties shifting some of the blocks that are affecting their love life, or keeping them in a state of separation, or even keeping them from manifesting that twin flame into their life. So when we go ahead and do more energy work, amazing things are going to open up as we release and clear some of these blocks. So you might feel like you're on your own sacred journey, the feminine, right? If you've met your twin flame, you might be seeing angel numbers everywhere, messages, signs. A lot of people are having dreams of them in other dimensions. And then look, there's such sometimes a difference in that. Sometimes your dreams are trying to also guide you. And like I said, it can feel like you're on your own twin flame journey, and you probably most certainly are, as maybe not everyone is going to understand that or get it. And at times your twin flame might not even understand what you're seeing exactly. But once you start out on that twin flame journey, amazing things start to happen. This is meant to help you tap into who you are on a greater level. Your twin flame is going to mirror all of your energy. And at first, that's always amazing, right? Until the thoughts creep in, the deeper blocks that you haven't worked through, the things that have come up in challenges in the past, they don't all just disappear when you go into a twin flame union. In fact, they come up 10 times more, and oftentimes can block the connection if you haven't done a lot of inner work. So we're talking about clearing the chakras today. That's why I brought also chakra cards. We want to shift to union. Union is literally like living together. We talk marriage, living together, being in a beautiful, dynamic. And oftentimes we're still in a state of separation where we're by ourselves in our own dimension. We're maybe dating our twin flame over here. They're not quite, and we have all these different situations going on, but the goal is union no matter what. Earth is the place to experience this. This is why we came to this dimension as well too, to experience love, and not the mediocre kind. Yes, you only have one twin flame, although you may have had many past partners. Oftentimes these are karmic experiences showing you where the healing needs to be done. So oftentimes your partners may have mirrored your own addictions, lacks, issues going on, core wounds and things like that in the past, so that you could get it together. And once you do, then you become whole in yourself, able to open up to this connection. It's a very spiritual connection as well too. A lot of people don't meet their twin flame until they wake up, in fact, because a lot of times they're exploring lower timelines and lower versions of yourself, and this is something that your higher self is in union with as well too. Working on the sacral for the feminine right now, issues with money coming up, sexuality, past issues, things kind of going on, opening up your sacral so that you can vibrate into these higher energies. Once you do a lot of activation and opening up work, you're going to be in such a higher energy as well too. You might have a lot more energy. You're opening up to that divine flow. Heart chakra healing for the divine feminine. This is filling into your own cup. Are there ways that you need to take care of yourself or to clear your emotional body? This is connected with activating our light body as well too. So when we're clogged up with a lot of past emotions and things like that, not only can it block our heart chakra when it does come time for that twin flame union, old wounds can come up and old blocks blocking our new connection within the twin flame connection, or even just ways that we're not fully taking care of ourselves right now. Sometimes I say you could be taking care of everyone else, and then, oh my God, you give yourself the little bits left over, right? And you're like, when you're tired, you're spending time with yourself tired and recharging or not doing a lot. And it's very important that you're putting some of your best energy into yourself as well too. This is going to be very important in the twin flame connection as well too. So a lot of people want to pour all of their focus, attention, and love into their twin flame, often coming up empty and then running into further problems as well too. Make sure that you're really taking care of your heart chakra and staying emotionally balanced right now. We're in between that eclipse gateway, and this is powerful, as the next eclipse is going to be super emotional as we're moving into that element of Scorpio, right? This is going to assist us with shifting into a better version of ourselves. And so, the rest of the next few weeks is so important for astrology. We're going to go through that Beltane twin flame gateway on the 1st, 5-5, powerful space for twin flames, very powerful porthole for twin flames. May brings a Pleiadian alignment. Going through all of these alignments together, after we get out of that, by the end of May, hopefully you're coming out a different version of yourself. That is if you're really pouring that time into yourself like we talked about. So make sure you're refilling your cup right now. One of the best ways to recharge your energy, healing sessions, Reiki, right? Spending a few minutes in the sun, grounding, getting in nature. The elemental worlds are opening up right now too. We talked about Beltane as being a fairy gateway or a fairy portal. So powerful time right now. Also for the elemental worlds, great time to get outside. Divine feminine. Throat chakra, truth, transparency, sincerity, and communication. It is so important that you realize that you're setting everything into motion in your life, everything. And so make sure you're communicating clearly right now. People are not always mind readers. While you may read bits of other people's thoughts and things like that, if they're not saying it, you're not really going to get it very clearly. This goes for your twin flame too. It can go for either side. Are you communicating your needs clearly? Are you telling them how you feel? Oftentimes people are kind of playing this dance around game and not telling each other honestly about their feelings, and it could save a lot of hassle. Have you communicated what you want in your life or in the future? Have you made sure that these aligned with your twin flame? Oftentimes we can tell real from the fake or karmic from the flame, but they will not align the karmic with what we want in the future. These are the ones that don't want the same thing. Say you want to be married and have children, they'll say they never wanted kids and they won't. Or they'll be the one, no, I'm not going to do that. You'll say you want that little house in the country, they're living in the city. Oftentimes your twin flame comes with the same half of the same template, so they share common goals, visions, and dreams about the future. You could see a lot of synchronicity there where you guys want the same thing. You're visioning the same life somewhere, or very similar in the goals. So oftentimes we can see that this is where the connection is by what people are saying as well too. Right now for the feminine, huge focus coming up. Is it the karmic or the flame right now going on? This is why you should always do a reading on the situation and see too, because it's going to save you a lot of work. Oftentimes people are holding on to old connections and maybe had it wrong. And I say, how do you know? Well, did you end up with the person, or did you end up going through some type of breakup or some type of heartache from it or some type of experience? Yes, this can happen in twin flame connections. I'm not saying that, but much more common in karmic ones. We're going to pull some cards now for the divine masculine. If you're the divine feminine, just take this as a message from your masculine. And everyone at every level can use these videos. You can turn them on and get a message just for you clearly, right? Take what resonates for your situation. So what's going on for the Divine Masculine? Okay. Right, let's see. Control. Oh my God, is this someone trying to control the situation, or it could be you, vice versa, right? This could be like trying to push it along, nudge it along, not getting many results. Important to surrender. We get to these spaces where we have to. Are you kidding? Eclipse season, Mercury retrograde, just surrender. Rest if you need it, right? Go within. This is a time where we think about things, think about how things have been going, and reflect on the course of our lives. And if we want to take different action, needing to let go. If you've been banging your head against the wall with a situation, do you need to just relax with it and let it flow? Crown chakra work right now, just letting things play out as they're meant to. Yes, we're supposed to be setting things into motion. If you're kind of doing this day-to-day, better habits for yourself, it's going to help a ton for the masculine. Taking care of yourself, shifting into the masculine energy. A lot of men have a hard time with that. They could have had all sorts of things within their own feminine line, right? We need to remember that. And so shifting into the masculine, are you being guided to lead right now, to really shift into that awakened masculine energy? And then knowing for the masculine that your twin flame is thinking about you a lot, all of the time. What you seek is seeking you. So if you've been looking for love, and I write about this, how come some people can go on 100 dates and they say they don't find the match? I haven't found anyone. And some people, they bump into their perfect dream person, you know, at the shop. And it's like, oh my God, the stars have aligned. And this is synchronicity. This is the greater plan of the universe. So know that this person has also been looking for you. I said, since they have been born, literally. And you think you're meeting yourself for the first time, but you've really met each other many, many times before. Amazing blessings coming out of this deeper work. Are you being guided to heal your masculine energy for the masculine? Knowing amazing things are going to come out of that. You're going to create so much abundance. So many blessings come out of union. Feels horrible and heartache when you're in separation. And union, amazing things start to happen as the universe begins to align on a whole new level. It's like twin flames hold different keys. And when you come together, it unlocks greater aspects of the universe and amazing things start to play out. So confirmation for the masculine, if you need to hear it, this is your soulmate. This is your twin flame. Important for your ascension journey. We're going to meet people at different levels of our experience. So, you know, oftentimes is where we're at within the journey. This is your twin flame journey is going to come to you when your soul is ready to make that ascension. It's what twin flames do together. And believe it or not, it's a lot easier to make that ascension by yourself. When you have to come together, it's a lot more self-awareness work, right? And things like that. But honestly, your soul has planned out that you will ascend with your twin flame. This goes for everyone right now on the planet Earth. And if you haven't met your twin flame or you're still waiting, get at me, because sometimes it comes down to clearing old blocks within the system to open up to this stuff. Masculine material world. Are you being guided to bring your visions down to the material world? This could be like you didn't really much do there. This is all about money, career, status, and the third dimension. Make your mark. Once we do a certain level of activation work, this can look like the masculine. I said this life being guided into work. Yes. And this could be spiritual work, something you enjoy to do, flowing, making money. And this is an important part of the masculine energy and feeling complete in it though. So with this twin flame union, it's going to open you up so much in the material world, where if you did have problems, lack, money issues in the past, you get into these twin flame connections, you guys stay in harmony and romance and love, amazing things will begin to shift and it will open up so much for you. Masculine heart chakra as well coming up. Forgiveness right now. Letting go, healing, growth, and compassion. Thank you for the lessons, right? Like, yes, you needed all of that experience. And maybe at the time it felt awful going through, we'll say, the third dimension, the earth game. But now with this higher awareness, you're seeing the wholeness of it and that you needed all of these lessons and experiences and the gratitude of them. Learning love, ready for it, opening up to greater levels of empathy and compassion, where suddenly from your own struggles, you can understand the other people's struggles. And I was being shown that this morning, because sometimes I'm like, okay, with this stuff, there are so many people that are where you were in the past and stuck in it. And you hold a powerful medicine and healing for these people, the masculine. And so just kind of seeing the bigger picture, letting go of the past though. Yes, we want to keep all of those lessons and integrate it, but really letting go of the past lessons, finding forgiveness where you need to find it. with yourself, for not showing up for yourself, for not, putting yourself first, for not, getting you where you needed to be oftentimes. So whether it's needing to let go of being too hard about what we went through in the past, what if you had not as much power and control over some of the experiences in your life anyway, and more about just having to move through some of this stuff, or more about the forces that moved you past and through all of this stuff around you as well too. So this is just letting go of the past, but also seeing the big picture of why you needed to go through it, finding forgiveness where you need to find it. Oftentimes there's a couple challenging lessons, we call this karmic experiences, that you may have gone through. For the divine masculine, these could have been past lovers, friends, and family, but it's like the deep wounds I talk about on a soul level that we need to go into, the deep alchemy. This is where we're going to find the biggest transformation, finding forgiveness, and then of course finding forgiveness with yourself within these connections. Crown chakra, masculine going through major crown chakra activations. Just be now here in the reality right now. This is like your awareness, reality, how you're connecting with source, everything being cleared out from that connection. And, sometimes we go through those eclipses. I said it's like a cosmic reboot for our energy. And as you are coming back online, going through a lot of crown chakra and chakra activations right now, working on your crown chakra, connecting with source. A lot of everything, like if you do it right in this reality, it will disconnect you in such a way. We're needing to make time for that spiritual connection, for that light. So whether you're needing to meditate, do crown chakra work like Reiki, opening up to those channels of light for the masculine. Heart chakra too, love. Kindness, benevolence, sharing, and receiving, needing to open up to love right now. And this could be like the little things that you're doing, and it's an energy exchange anyway. Be mindful of the energy exchange in your love life as well too. Not putting a lot of effort into it, the partner will start not putting a lot of effort back, start to do nice little things, and oh my god, they will too. And so it is such a mirror too in that energy exchange as well too. So this could look like about having a better exchange, opening up to love right now for the masculine. I'm going to go on that note anyways, but have a beautiful day. If you guys need me, just book me on my site, sparksofdivinelightshealing.com. I always say with the healings, just pick intuitively what you need. There's so much good stuff on there that's going to help you so much with your ascension, spiritual awakening, and healing journey. I do energy work, and it's just going to help shift things a ton, whether you're needing to do some clearing and healing work or even just do some deeper activation work. And oftentimes that is the issue twin flames are running into. They're simply not activated enough to hold these higher connections. So when you are doing that healing and activation work, it's going to open up all those doorways for your twin flame union, regardless of where you're at. So check out the healing sessions I'm doing. And if you want a one-on-one reading, just go ahead and book a twin flame reading.